Hello mortals, this is Steve the Devil here, and today I would like to discuss the beings known as the Tall Whites. What? No! I'm not talking about the fucking Dutch, although they are the tallest humans by country, and their women are incredibly hot. Wow, fuck me! I would so tap that shit with my giant red McDaddy demon sausage! Anyway, I'm talking about the extraterrestrial beings known as the Tall Whites, also known as the Nordic aliens. Charles James Hall is the author of 3 books that are supposedly non-fiction relating to his personal sightings of the Tall Whites. Hall is a physicist and was a member of the United States Air Force and was stationed at the Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada as a weather observer from 1965 to 1967. We're talking about Area 51 here, motherfuckers. He was stationed specifically at the Indian Springs base, which is located out in the middle of the desert, out in butt-fucking Egypt. There is really nothing out there but desert. No buildings or anything. Charles Hall says that it was out in the desert where he witnessed these beings known as the Tall Whites. He says he saw their spacecraft open hangar doors coming out of the mountain ranges. Most importantly, he says he saw the Tall Whites, beings that looked like humans but clearly were not. He even saw their children and their children's playgrounds. Charles Hall says that one day he saw between 200 to 300 Tall Whites lined up along the base of a mountain range, along with 35 to 75 of their children out there too. So we're not talking about just one spaceship full of a handful of ETs. We're talking about a small colony of ETs. Charles Hall describes the Tall Whites as just that, tall and white. He says they grow to a mature height of 8 or 9 feet. They have skin as white as paper. They live to be old as 800 years, and it's the older ones that are the tallest, and they continue to grow as they age. He said their language sounds like dogs barking, or bird calls, but they could speak English. So giant white people that sound like dogs and ducks speaking English? I wonder what they would sound like when they're fucking.
Oh my god, I feel so good. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Charles Hall says the Tall Whites came out to an agreement with the Air Force to share technology in exchange to use Earth as a soft of a spaceport or a truck stop. So Earth is basically the Jiffy Lube of planets. Lube. Also, according to Charles Hall, the Tall Whites could go off base sometimes and disguise themselves as humans and tell people they were from northern Spain. They would go to the casinos in Las Vegas. But that's not the weirdest part. Charles Hall said he also saw the Tall Whites alongside of high-ranking generals and U.S. government officials talking together. And this is where the mindfuck starts. You could say Charles Hall is a liar, you could say that he's a mental case, you can even say that he's just an opportunist who capitalized on working in a place surrounded by conspiracies and turned them into cash by publishing bullshit stories of aliens. But when actual people who are high-ranking members of countries like Canada start to say shit like, yeah, there's aliens, and we know about them for years, then you really start to think this shit is true. Former Canadian Defense Minister Paul Hellyer has recently confirmed on camera and on record that yes, there is in fact aliens. But he says they refuse to share their technology with us though, because humans are huge assholes who fight and kill each other too much and don't care about the planet. I am paraphrasing, of course. This is not a direct quote. Well, that's it in a nutshell, mortals. Yes, there are aliens, but are you ever going to see one? I doubt it. That's because humans can't stop being huge dicks, even bigger than my own dick, which is massive. No matter how much humans learn, how much their history teaches them, humans cannot stop douching it up by killing and battling each other. Whenever one war dies down somewhere, another one crops up. You put massive amounts of effort just to kill off fellow humans. Humans also don't take care of the fucking planet. It's so fucked up right now that it'll probably never be the same, and it's the only planet that humans live on, since you lack the technology to go to other planets and colonize them. So, if humans can get their shit together, then the Tall Whites will contact you and share their awesome spacey technology. You guys can live Star Trek lives and shit. Think about it. Instead of driving around in a full shit Kia, you could roll around in some kind of Luke Skywalker land speeder. So what do you all think? Do you believe Charles Hall and the rest of the alien conspiracy theories? Do you think it's all a bunch of bullshit? Let me know. Now then, give the video a thumbs up, leave your motherfucking comments, and subscribe. I am Steve the Devil, and I'll talk to you all next time. That is all.